This week on The Splash, we see how Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital is saving lives. Then we learn about a historical tragedy that struck our community. And later, we enjoy a live show from our local percussion and guard. The Splash is a production of Civic Center TV. We're a news magazine that covers everything from local news to feature stories, all so that we can bring you the latest from the greater West Bloomfield area. And now, let's dive into The Splash. Welcome to The Splash. I'm your host, Sheena Monnin, and as always, thank you for joining us. Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital recently achieved an impressive certification. We sent reporter Ryan Younglove to see how this certification will help our local hospital to save lives.
I'm here today at West Bloomfield Henry Ford Hospital, where just recently they were verified as a Trauma 3 facility. So a Level 3 trauma center here at West Bloomfield Hospital is basically the entire building. People like to think that it's just the emergency department. However, a trauma center is the whole building. So patients start in the emergency room, but they also go to our ICUs, to our operating room to have surgery for their injuries. It's a collaborative effort for the whole building to take care of a patient. That's what it means to be a trauma center. To become a Level 3 trauma center, there's about 200 criteria. The American College of Surgeons is our accrediting body. It's generally about a 3-year build-out to start from the ground up, which is what we did. They came out in 2016, after 2 years into our build, to examine how we were doing, give us feedback. After that consultative visit, they came back in January of 2018 to verify that we had met all 220 criteria, and we are now designated as a Level 3 trauma center for the next 3 years. So the community here at West Bloomfield benefits from us being a trauma center because they have access to trauma care 24/7 now. We have a trauma surgeon on call 24/7. We have all the resources and staff to take care of them. They don't have to worry about being transferred to another facility. We can manage their injuries here, and I think that's a great benefit for the community.
Residents can now feel safer knowing that they have a state-of-the-art medical facility right here in the greater West Bloomfield. This has been Ryan Younglove, reporting for The Splash.
If you would like to learn more about this important certification, you can do so by visiting civiccentertv.com/Henry Ford Certification. It's not often that a weather-related travesty strikes us here in West Bloomfield Township, but once upon a time, quite a long time ago, something did strike our area with some serious consequences. Reporter Tyler Kieft has that story.
At the Greater West Bloomfield Historical Society, the community gathered to learn about one of the iconic moments in our area's history. At one of the Greater West Bloomfield Historical Society's recent open houses, residents and visitors alike had the opportunity to explore one of the most harrowing events in our community's history, the West Bloomfield tornado of 1976. Stocked with a plethora of trinkets from that sudden and rocking natural disaster, members of the community were able to get a hands-on look at the toll that the tornado took on the heart of West Bloomfield. The Historical Society and its volunteers made sure to provide visitors with an inside look at one of the most unique moments in the township's storied history. Those that experienced the twister recalled the stories of neighbors, friends, and businesses and their anguish. And parents had the opportunity to pass on to their young ones a story like none other, reviewing what truly was the storm of the century in Greater West Bloomfield. If you would like more information on the 1976 West Bloomfield tornado, be sure to look us up on YouTube at Civic Center TV 15. From the Orchard Lake Museum, I'm Tyler Kieft, reporting for The Splash.
If this topic interests you, you can find out more by visiting our website at civiccentertv.com/tornado open house. Coming up, we take a look at West Bloomfield High School's percussion and guard. And later, we enjoy another new episode of Sidewalk Talk.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV. Now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back to The Splash. I'm your host, Sheena Monnin. For most of us, it's probably been a few years since we were in high school. I had the privilege to visit our local high school to witness a live show from their award-winning percussion and guard. The feeling of community involvement is something the teens at West Bloomfield know very well, thanks to their involvement in music. To show support, the community came together to donate money and enjoy a stunning performance by the gifted musicians.
Well, we're all here to support the arts. We have got a champion drumline, we have got very accomplished color guard, and we have the first Winter Winds ensemble in the state of Michigan. And they're going to be performing for our families tonight after the dinner. But we're here to raise some money beforehand because the band needs a new trailer.
We hope that the community continues to support the fine arts. And if you can't make it to this particular event, come next year, because every year the show is different.
Music education has proven to be fundamental in the overall development of young adults.
Well, you know, in West Bloomfield, we believe in STEAM, which includes the arts. And so we have an excellent fine arts department at West Bloomfield High School.
Music education is paramount to our students' success. Music helps develop the brain. It helps children study better. It helps them succeed. And there is a lot of research on using music and education to help improve student outcomes and improve their achievement.
For parents who might be struggling to see the value, many parents can say music education will open doors for their kids.
A lot of kids struggle socially, emotionally, just trying to find a place, especially as they get into middle school and in high school. And music can be the one thing that helps bring kids together in a community where they've got instant friends. There's instant bonding, and it can really help your children to succeed.
West Bloomfield Township is progressive in its many offerings of music education for young adults, helping to secure their successes in the future. To find out more, you can visit civiccentertv.com/WBpercussion. In this episode of Sidewalk Talk, Christina McGee asked local residents their thoughts about a fun topic.
I love Italian food. I know I would like my last meal to be a big old bowl of pasta. What about you?
It would probably be a chapati up in Ann Arbor.
What is chapati?
It's a salad stuffed in a bread with a really good dressing.
Is that a Greek thing?
No, it's an Ann Arbor thing.
It's a hard one. I have to say pizza. I need that all day. It's my favorite.
I'll probably get the full ribs with full ribs and maybe onion rings on the side.
I'm going to have to say pizza. It always is just the common denominator for every delicious, weekend. It doesn't matter what kind, I just like it.
Any particular vendor?
Well, around here, I would say if I could go down and eat Supino's, I would. Down at Eastern Market, I just love it.
If you could choose a last meal on earth for yourself, what would you have?
This is always a tough question because there's just so many options, but I think going with just like a good steak can't go wrong.
Chicken tenders and fries. That would be my go-to.
Spaghetti. Spaghetti.
Any meatballs?
Meatballs and spaghetti and meatballs, yeah.
My kind of guy. Thank you, West Bloomfield, for all of your great answers. We look forward to seeing you again. Join us for another episode of Sidewalk Talk.
If you'd like to see some of our other fun and interesting questions on the show, you can do so anytime and anywhere by visiting our website at civiccentertv.com/sidewalktalk. And now it's time for our Civic Center event update, where we provide you with all the latest that's happening around Greater West Bloomfield. And if you'd like to stay up to date on all of the following current events yourself, you can visit civiccentertv.com/events. Let's get started. The Henry Ford Maple Grove Center West Bloomfield is offering their Share Support Group for people who have experienced longer than 6 months of continuous sobriety from alcohol and drug use and are in need of free beneficial support. Taking place weekly from 7:30 p.m. until 9:30 p.m., this group is for adults only, and the purpose is to share coping strategies, express needs and concerns, as well as to connect with others who are successfully moving forward into an addiction-free life. For more information, contact Lisa Kaplan at 248-661-6100. On April 11th from 1 p.m. until 2:30 p.m., registered dietitian Julie Feldman will be leading a session on how to eat a healthy diet to help your brain. This educational session will take place at the Jewish Family Service off of Maple Road. There is no cost to attend this session, and participants will walk away with a better understanding of how our brains operate on a daily basis, how to view food as sources of nutrients rather than just how they taste, as well as ways our foods can increase or inhibit our brain from functioning at their very best. To find out more information, you can call Jody Fernandez at 248-592-2671. If you or someone you know is looking for help in filling out passport forms or getting a professional photo for a passport application, then stop by the West Bloomfield Clerk's office on April 11th from 4:30 p.m. until 6:30 p.m. for their passport night. The office will be staying open late to be able to accommodate people in need of passport services. To ensure you won't have to wait, you can call ahead to schedule a time and verify the types of documents and how many checks you will need to bring with you. For more information, be sure to call the Clerk's office at 248-451-4848. If you and your kids enjoy a good magic show, then you won't want to miss this exciting interactive magic show taking place on April 12th at the West Bloomfield Public Library from 7 p.m. until 8 p.m. The program is called Read Like a Rock Star Magic Show and is free to attend. Come early or stay after for your free airbrush tattoo. Your child will be amazed by the sleight of hand tricks, the emphasis on reading and problem solving, and much more. No registration is required, and you can contact the youth programs at the library for more information by calling 248-232-2250. The Jewish Community Center's Lenore Marwell Detroit Jewish Film Festival is coming up from April 15th until April 27th at the Berman Center for the Performing Arts. Running daily from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m., this informative festival is one of the largest of its kind in the Midwest. High-quality films with a diverse cinematic experience is just one of the things this festival is known for. The goal of this impressive festival is to enhance a sense of community while showcasing Jewish issues and principles. For more information, you can contact the Berman Center for the Performing Arts at 248-661-1900. It's time for another musical session from the West Bloomfield Township Public Library's ongoing Music at Maine series. Taking place on April 15th at the library from 3 p.m. until 5:30 p.m., this event is showcasing the music of Uncle Bonsai for 2 showings, one at 3 p.m. and the second at 4:30 p.m. Doors open half an hour before each showing. This event is free, and the band comes with many accolades to their name, including having the honor of opening for Bonnie Raitt, Suzanne Vega, and the Bobs. The band's passion for music and for witty storytelling through their songs is evident with each piece they will perform. No registration is required. To find out more, you can contact the West Bloomfield Township Public Library at 248-682-2120. The Chaldean Cultural Center Museum is open to the public on Fridays from 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. Come learn about this fascinating culture, complete with hands-on activities, multimedia presentations, and a showcasing of special artifacts from time periods gone by. Tours are available by appointment and cost $5 for a self-guided tour and $10 for a guided tour. To schedule your tour or find out more details, be sure to visit chaldeanculturalcenter.org. If you've ever wondered how the township runs, who is involved, and how they come up with relevant services, you have the opportunity to discover that and any other topic on your mind as you join in on Coffee with the Clerk, along with Township Clerk Debbie Binder and other important local officials she invites to join in on the fun and fellowship. Taking place on Fridays from 8:30 a.m. until 9:30 a.m. at Panera Bread off of Orchard Lake Road, this recurring event will allow you to get more involved with our township and meet other like-minded people who also care about our local government. You can contact the Clerk's office by calling 248-451-4848 to find out more. West Bloomfield Parks is hosting a special Earth Day celebration on April 20th from 3 p.m. until 6 p.m., where participants can come inside to explore the nature room and head outdoors for some fun exercise in the outdoor natural play area. Activities include recycled crafts, a visit from Rocky from Paw Patrol, as well as guided nature hikes and more. Free tree seedlings will be given to the first 50 pre-registered children. Registration is recommended, and you can do so by visiting wbparks.org/Earth Day Celebration. Coming up on April 22nd from 1 p.m. until 3:30 p.m., join the community in celebrating the accomplishments of Kyle Mack at his own celebration event. This event is taking place at the West Bloomfield High School football field and is free to attend. Enjoy concessions, free giveaways, raffle sale to win snowboards, and so much more. Kyle Mack is a 2018 Olympic silver medalist. The entire family won't want to miss out on the chance to meet him and be inspired by his journey towards success. For more information, visit wbtownship.org. That concludes this week's events. However, if you're looking to find even more events going on in your neighborhood, then be sure to follow us at civiccentertv.com/events and look up our events calendar. Or watch us here for more information on everything going on in the greater West Bloomfield area. As we head into the break, stay tuned because afterwards I'll be talking with Thomas Knuth, Park Manager of the TreeRunner West Bloomfield Adventure Park.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Civic Center TV is your home for everything greater West Bloomfield. Here you can tune into community programming such as our weekly news magazine show, The Splash, as well as coverage of local events and meetings in Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, and West Bloomfield. You can also watch all of your local programming online anytime at civiccentertv.com. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
Civic Center TV has gone social. Now it's easier than ever to watch, save, like, and share our videos online. See what's happening in your neighborhood, on the streets, and on the web at civiccentertv.com. Be a part of the conversation and get involved. We would love to hear from you. For links to our social media pages, visit us at our website or find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back to The Splash. I'm Sheena Monnin. In the studio with me this week is Thomas Knuth, Park Manager of the TreeRunner West Bloomfield Adventure Park. Thomas, thank you for being here today to talk about something really exciting.
Yes, and thank you for inviting me. It's my pleasure.
I'm excited to talk about the Adventure Park because I've been there and I've experienced it, so I know a lot about the wonderful opportunities that exist. So for those watching who maybe have never been there, what is the Adventure Park?
Well, right here in the beautiful community of West Bloomfield, Michigan, we have a premier outdoor venue. And the Adventure Park, of course, is what it's more commonly referred to. It's aerial challenge climbing. So if you picture an obstacle course that's on steroids, that's what we feature. But all our obstacles are suspended in the trees. Our guests actually have to climb up into the trees and get from tree to tree climbing through the obstacles to complete the trails. We have right now 10 trails, and we're designing a brand new one for the little kids that'll open late spring.
That's so exciting. So it's kind of like you have a harness on, like rock wall climbing, but there's trees instead. So you're in the air, you're connected, and you're going between the trees with just ropes between you and the ground, essentially, and some wood, right?
Right. Rope, wood, and cable. Again, you're clipped in at all times. The customer wears the safest equipment that money can buy. They're double clipped in to a safety system. So there's no way they can physically detach their clips. They're always attached.
Yeah.
The objective is to get from tree to tree. And there's platforms on the trees within the challenge trails. And to do that, they have to navigate through the obstacles. And don't worry, the staff's on the ground cheering them on and giving some hints on how they could better navigate through the trails and change their center of balance so things work a little better. And then the trails that we have on the ground are totally open. There's no fee for anyone that wants to walk through, and we find that many people come through just to cheerlead and capture the event for their family on social media and take pictures.
I remember that from when I was there. Yeah, it was a really great vibe. I loved the energy. Now, sometimes when we think about an adventure park, we probably think, oh, there's rides and it's not great for the environment, all these fumes and things like that. What sets our local adventure park apart from all of that?
Well, we try to emulate the model of sustainability. So our elements, we don't bolt through trees for our challenge elements, and we try to use cinching methods where there's really nothing that penetrates the trees as much, and things are hung on with common tension and cinching. And then in the off-season, like the maintenance staff right now, they're adjusting all the cables, moving things around so the trees can continue to grow safely. Again, it is a model of sustainability because the trees not only are our friend, and we need them here on planet Earth, but we rely on the trees to provide these great recreational opportunities for our guests. So the tree health is number one, and our system really emulates that.
Awesome, great. So it's called ecotourism, right?
Ecotourism is kind of a niche industry that we participate in. And again, it's not just family fun and challenge and fitness. It's getting out to be with friends and family in nature.
In nature.
Right, and right here in Metro Detroit, where can you do it? But there on the campus of the Jewish Community Center at Maple and Rake, you'll find a beautiful 40-acre forest that the Adventure Park sits within.
Perfect. So you've extended it to include the little ones as well, right?
Right. This year we are adding, at this time, a kids course. So now we're serving children as young as 3 years old. The kids course includes 2 long trails, and we will serve children from ages 3 to 7 with this. And it's a little bit different than the higher trails because the kids course follows a path more close to the ground, so between 4 and 5 feet off the ground. And the benefit of the kids course is the little kids won't have to work with manipulating the clips to navigate around trees. It's a continuous belay system. So they snap into it, and then their belay travels along a track through the entire trail of elements. So there's no getting around trees. Kids will have a much easier time navigating the kids course than they might up in the trees.
No, for sure. I love that we're getting kids out in nature young so they can also capture the fun, being part of this as well. That's really exciting. For those who are watching and they're thinking, wow, this is amazing. I didn't know we had this right here in West Bloomfield. Where can they go to get more information on recurring programs that you have, special events, all of those cool things? Where can they find the information?
The best resource is our website, westbloomfieldtrees.org. They could telephone us if they'd like, 248-419-1550. We have a full staff of office people there that are willing and happy to take phone calls from people. And now that we're moving into our spring season and we're just about ready to open the park, now's the time to reach out for information and plan your family events for the summer right there at the Adventure Park.
Awesome. They can also find you on social media, be part of all these giveaways and all these cool and generous things that you have. It's really exciting. Thank you for being here today, and I look forward to returning to the Adventure Park, maybe increasing that level of difficulty. I'm kind of down on the lower level right now. There's always room for improvement, right?
Well, I'm rooting for you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Once again, we've been talking with Thomas Knuth, Park Manager of the TreeRunner West Bloomfield Adventure Park. Now it's time for an episode of Parenting on the Go, where I sat down with Lori Blumenstein-Bott to understand the ramifications of social anxiety. Hello and welcome to Parenting on the Go. I'm Sheena Monnin, and joining me this episode is Lori Blumenstein-Bott, Executive Director of the Andrew Kukas Foundation for Social Anxiety. Lori, thanks for being here with us today to talk about this very important topic, and I think very misunderstood topic too. So let's go ahead and get started. Tell me a little bit about what parents should know about social anxiety.
So social anxiety is one of the most common forms of anxiety. 1 in 8 people suffer from anxiety. And for parents, the key is to know in transition periods, junior high to high school, middle school to high school to college, note what's happening in your son or daughter's life. Do you see them not engaging where they used to engage? Are they avoiding school activities? Do they seem to be spending more time alone? The keys about social anxiety is that there's a fear of judgment and there's an avoidance. So when you note these things happening, it really demands you to take that extra step and look forward and see what else is going on. Students that are suffering from social anxiety have a strong fear about performance, whether it be giving something in class like a speech, or whether it's just even walking into class late. These are the kinds of things that plague students, and they go unnoticed because people kind of dismiss anxiety. Well, it's just anxiety. It isn't. It needs to be treated and it needs to be noticed.
Speaking of treatments, what are some treatments available for people who might be suffering from social anxiety?
So the most evidence-based treatment is cognitive behavioral therapy. That's when a therapist is going to be working with the individual on both a visualization of what's going on when they experience the anxiety and some talk therapy and cues for them to be able to talk themselves into a better place. Anxiety is a normal part of life. It's when that anxiety prevents us from engaging in life that we need to seek treatment. And it's very treatable. Sometimes a psychiatrist may be called in to use a little medication, but overall, cognitive behavioral therapy and finding a therapist that is trained is essential.
Yeah, absolutely. So what is the prognosis for this issue that's more prevalent than I think most of us realize?
You know, highly treatable. That's the best way to think about social anxiety. It's highly treatable with the right therapist, with the right combination of medication and therapy, with making the individual participate in a way that's meaningful to them so that they can make the changes in their lives. You want them to have the tools.
What are some of those tools and resources for parents that are available?
So akfsa.org, we have spent years putting together a website that is rich with videos. There are short videos, there are longer videos, there are videos for sufferers, for parents, for professionals. There isn't anything on there that we have not addressed, from where to go, how to talk to someone, what to see, all the different facets of what you might need to know. And even if you're not sure if your son or daughter is suffering from anxiety, it's a way for you to get the tools you need that in the future maybe it's something you might want to look at or know about, or maybe you have a friend who's talking about something. They're quick and there's so many.
Wow, that sounds amazing and very comprehensive, and I'm excited to have learned more about this topic that, again, most people don't even realize exists. Thank you for stopping by today.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
And thank you all for joining us for this episode of Parenting on the Go. If you would like to look up more helpful parenting tips, then visit the West Bloomfield Youth Assistance website at wbyouthassistance.org. You can watch other episodes of Parenting on the Go anytime at civiccentertv.com/parenting-to-go. We now move on to our final segment on The Splash called Person of the Week, where we recognize those within the community who are either inspiring or providing toward others. This week's recipient is Amy Lee, local resident who has taken keeping Keego Harbor clean into her own hands. Amy Lee has combined her natural knack for being observant with her desire to contribute to our community by collecting trash that was not properly disposed of in a receptacle. Recently, Amy began taking a bag and a rolling cart with her on her daily walking route, picking up pieces of trash that she sees along the way. But what started as a small mission to keep her walking route clean has expanded into something so much larger. Amy decided to take this good deed to Keego's many parks, where she has taken it upon herself to help the city by keeping our parks and public areas just as tidy as the rest of her walking route. Amy hopes that her small acts of community service will inspire others to come together and help keep Keego's streets as lovely as its people. Amy Lee is setting an example that no matter what your schedule or passion is, we can all do something to help our community, and that is why she is our Person of the Week. If you know someone who is providing a service to their community, then let us know by sending an email to thesplash@civiccentertv.com. We want to congratulate those who are making a difference in our area, and we appreciate all of your suggestions. That's going to do it for us this week, but remember, you can watch new episodes of The Splash every Monday at 5:30 p.m. or throughout the week for replays. You can also watch every episode online at civiccentertv.com. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook under Civic Center TV 15, YouTube at Civic Center TV 15, and on Twitter at Civic Center TV for more information. For all of our friends in Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, Keego Harbor, and West Bloomfield, I'm Sheena Monnin. Thank you for watching The Splash.